At the very edge of deep time, long before dinosaurs ruled the Earth, the planet stood at a crossroads. The continents were fused into a single vast landmass known as Pangaea. Climates were harsh and unpredictable. Life was recovering from one of the greatest extinctions the world had ever known. In this unstable world, something new was beginning to take shape. Among the shadows of early reptiles walked a small, lightly built animal that carried no awareness of its future significance. This was Eoraptor. Its name means dawn thief, a fitting title for a creature that appeared at the very beginning of the dinosaur story. Eoraptor lived approximately 231 million years ago during the Late Triassic period, a time when dinosaurs were not yet dominant, but experimental. Evolution was testing forms, sizes, and strategies, searching for what might endure. Eoraptor was modest in appearance. It stood little more than a meter in length, with long hind legs, a flexible neck, and a narrow skull filled with simple, serrated teeth. It did not possess the massive jaws of later predators or the heavy armor of herbivorous giants. Instead, it was fast, alert, and adaptable, qualities far more valuable in a world still in flux. Its body suggests agility rather than power. Lightweight bones reduced energy costs. A long tail provided balance during quick movements. Its hands, equipped with grasping fingers, allowed it to manipulate food and possibly explore its environment with curiosity rather than caution alone. Eoraptor walked upright on two legs, a defining trait that would later characterize many dinosaur lineages. This posture freed the forelimbs for functions beyond locomotion and allowed efficient movement across open terrain. In the Triassic landscape, speed meant survival. The environment Eoraptor inhabited was dry, seasonal, and unforgiving. Vast floodplains alternated between drought and sudden rains. Vegetation was sparse, dominated by ferns, cycads, and early conifers. Predators larger and more dangerous than Eoraptor shared this world, including early archosaurs and rauisuchians, apex hunters of their time. To survive among them, Eoraptor did not rely on strength. It relied on timing. Its diet was likely omnivorous. Small animals, insects, early vertebrates, and plant material all played a role. This flexibility allowed Eoraptor to exploit whatever resources were available, a critical advantage in an environment where food availability shifted rapidly. This versatility is one of the reasons scientists view Eoraptor not as a specialized endpoint, but as a beginning. It represents a blueprint rather than a finished design. From this generalist body plan, later dinosaurs would diverge, some becoming massive herbivores, others evolving into fearsome predators. Eoraptor did not dominate its ecosystem. It observed it. It moved through it cautiously, reacting rather than imposing. Yet within its modest form lay the foundations of an evolutionary revolution. Fossils discovered in modern-day Argentina reveal a creature balanced between worlds, neither fully primitive nor fully advanced. Its anatomy contains traits seen in both carnivorous and herbivorous dinosaurs, blurring categories and challenging simple classifications. This ambiguity is precisely what makes Eoraptor so important. It existed before the rules were written, before dinosaurs became giants, before they claimed the land, before extinction and dominance defined their legacy. Eoraptor lived at the beginning, when survival depended not on being the biggest or strongest, but on being adaptable enough to endure uncertainty. In the dust of the Triassic plains, the future of dinosaurs was already walking. As the Triassic world continued its uneasy recovery, the landscape around Eoraptor became a proving ground for evolutionary ideas. This was not yet the age of giants. It was an age of trials. Every lineage experimented. Most failed. A few endured. Eoraptor existed among competitors that would later vanish without descendants. Large predatory archosaurs dominated the food chain. Crocodile-like hunters patrolled riverbanks. Massive rauisuchians ruled the plains with crushing jaws and towering bodies. In comparison, Eoraptor was insignificant in size, easy to overlook, easy to underestimate. And yet, it survived. The secret was not superiority, but resilience. Where larger predators demanded stable prey populations and consistent environments, Eoraptor adapted to fluctuation. When insects were abundant, it fed low. When small vertebrates appeared, it hunted quickly. When plants dominated the landscape, it endured. This flexibility became the quiet advantage that allowed early dinosaurs to persist while more specialized reptiles faded. The evolutionary position of Eoraptor remains one of the most revealing windows into dinosaur origins. Its skeletal structure shows a mosaic of traits, some later seen in theropods, others in sauropodomorphs. It stands close to the branching point where dinosaur evolution diverged into radically different forms. This is not coincidence. It is evidence. Eoraptor was not merely an early dinosaur. It was close to the ancestral condition from which dinosaurs exploded into diversity. In its bones, scientists read the preface to a story that would last more than 160 million years. The Triassic climate was unstable, marked by extreme heat, seasonal droughts, and volatile atmospheric conditions. These stresses acted as evolutionary filters. Only organisms capable of rapid behavioral adjustment survived. Dinosaurs, beginning with forms like Eoraptor, passed this test quietly. Then came opportunity. As competitors declined and ecosystems reset, dinosaurs began to expand into newly opened niches. What began as survival became expansion. Small, adaptable animals turned into specialized hunters, colossal herbivores, and eventually rulers of nearly every terrestrial environment on Earth. Eoraptor did not witness this transformation. It lived and died long before dinosaurs achieved dominance. Yet without it, and others like it, there would be no Jurassic giants, no Cretaceous titans, no legacy etched into stone across continents. In paleontology, importance is not measured by size. It is measured by position, and Eoraptor occupies one of the most critical positions in the entire dinosaur lineage. Its fossils, recovered from Argentina's Esquigualasto Formation, are more than remains. They are timestamps, markers placed at the moment when evolution changed direction, when reptiles began a path that would reshape terrestrial life. There is a quiet humility in Eoraptor's story. It did not roar, it did not conquer, it did not rule, it endured, and endurance, over time, shapes the world more profoundly than dominance ever could. When we imagine the age of dinosaurs, we picture power and scale. But that age began not with thunder, but with footsteps barely leaving an impression in Triassic soil. Eoraptor walked without knowing that its descendants would one day tower over forests, shake the ground, and redefine life on land. Evolution does not announce its intentions. It whispers them through survival. Today, as ecosystems once again face rapid change, the lesson remains relevant. Those who endure are not always the strongest or the most specialized. They are the ones capable of change. In the long arc of Earth's history, Eoraptor stands as proof that beginnings matter more than endings. At the dawn of dinosaurs, a small animal stepped forward, and the world followed.